You are live. Hello, everybody. I know that I've got like a little bit of time. What time is it? I don't even know. 3 minutes. Good. I'm tired. I'm gonna try to get this set to where. There we go. Woo. Alrighty. Okay. Left in peace. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody here? Well, we still got a minute, don't we? I'm actually on time for a change. So, cut my mouth off here. Woo. How is everybody? Hey, Linda. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Edward. Uh-oh. Hold on.
When I get bored, I let my mind wander. If you're interested in where it wanders to, just say, "Hey Siri, what are you?" Here I am.
Go away. Stop, Siri. Stop. Gee whiz. I don't know why that did that. Siri's trying to talk to me. So, hello, Edward, Sherry, Linda. I know. Siri's trying to make me talk. I'm like, when she gets bored, I don't care what Siri's doing. I don't know why that came on. Wow, that was kind of weird. I'm a little tired tonight, but you know, nothing new. Had a busy weekend. How about you guys? I don't know why I'm not seeing comments up there. I can only see them on my iPad. Good thing I got it up. Not seeing it on my phone tonight, for whatever reason. Becky isn't with me tonight. Becky is, I think she's, excuse me. They were trying to get packed for this weekend to leave. So I didn't bother Becky because I know she was going to be busy herself. So I didn't even talk to her about coming on. Now, if she jumps in and says, "Hey, Paula, you forgot me," then I'll give her the link. But she's really got a lot going on herself. She's trying to get ready for this trip, you know, in the sale. So it'll just be us. And I'm not really selling anything tonight, to be honest with you. I just figured we would talk because I'm really tired tonight. And I just need to just breathe for a moment. that's okay with everybody. I mean, I've got a few things that I could sell you that's high end, but I thought maybe we just have a chit chat tonight, because I'm seriously thinking about trying to move the sale night for my show, only because weekends are just so, I'm already busy during the week, but the weekends are even worse for me, and I'm struggling to get everything accomplished and then to be here on a Sunday night. I mean, I got too many irons in the fire, so they say. Yeah, I'm just tired tonight. And I've been working all week. I'm on my second job that I do. And it's a phone job, like on the phones. So, I have an opportunity to work longer now at night on it, which is better for me because I can give up the house cleaning stuff, because that really takes a toll on my body. So I was kind of happy to get that, but I'm really putting in a lot of hours too with it. But at least it's at the house. I don't have to drive anywhere, so that's really a plus for me. But I was thinking about possibly changing this sale night to, I'm seriously thinking about, but see, it's going to have to be after at least 10 o'clock. Whatever night I pick, it would be after 10. I'm talking about, I'm either going to do it on a Thursday night or Friday night is what I'm thinking. What do you guys think about that? Tell me your thoughts. It would have to start around 10:30. So those of you in here, what do you think about that? I mean, is that like too late for you on a Thursday night? Well, I don't know. That's why I'm a little torn. So I'm kind of hoping that you'll tell me what you think. Anybody, somebody. What do you think about changing the night? Whatever works best for me. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was thinking, all right, if I do it on a Friday night, would probably be my best bet. But I wouldn't be able to start it till like 10:30 at least. So we'll say 10:30, no later than 11. So it's going to be a late night. And I don't know, Steph's still doing her shows at midnight. She used to do them at that. I mean, midnight, my time, Eastern time, our time. Hey, Angel girl, my goodness. Good to see you, hon. Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. So I wasn't sure, does Steph still do her shows on Friday night? Because honestly, I don't have time to watch anybody. So I don't know who's doing what. But I can't let that, interfere with what I'm thinking anyhow. But, not sure. I'm not sure either. Doesn't seem like I haven't seen them advertised too much. Every now and then I'll see that she's on, but it's like I don't get the notifications like I used to. So I'm thinking maybe she's not doing them as much. And I haven't seen her and Helen doing them together. Are they still doing that, or does anybody know? I don't know. I'm kind of out of the loop on everybody. So it's good to see you, Angel Girl. I'm glad you came in. So that was my thought, was that I'm thinking about changing the night, only because it'll work better for me. That's really what I'm thinking about, because Sundays I like Sundays if I didn't have so much other stuff going on, but I've got too many things going on. You've been busy too, Linda. Everybody's busy, huh? I think everybody's just trying to survive, aren't they? So, and I don't know, where's the rest of our folks? If anybody else is coming in tonight? I haven't seen, where's, Sandy. I haven't seen Sandy. She wasn't here last week. Don't know where she is. And I know we're missing some people. I can't even think who. Sandy, Cindy. Who else are we missing? So yeah, that's my thoughts, is that I'm probably going to be moving it to another night. And more than likely, I'm really leaning towards Friday night, because I think that's going to work best for me. But it's going to be late Friday, like no sooner than 10:30. So hopefully, if I do that, it's not going to mess too many people up, because I know a lot of people, y'all have your own lives too. You have to get up, do whatever you do on Saturdays, work or do your yard work. I just now was able to get out and do my yard work today. And I had work this morning, and well, I say this morning and part of the afternoon. And then I went out to do my yard work, because we've had so much rain this past week. Just rain, rain, rain. And it really made the grass and everything just shoot up. And I'm like, gosh, if I don't do it now, it's going to be next weekend before I get a chance. And the HOA they frown upon that if it gets, even, I mean, it wasn't out of control, but I know how they are. They'll send you a letter. I don't want to get their darn letter. I don't want their letters. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to have to do it. I'm just going to have to jump in and do it. And it takes me a good 4 hours to do everything. And it's so hot out there too. Oh, really? You're dry there, Angel? Oh, my. You've had nothing but flooding up your way? Exactly. I mean, we've just gotten so much more rain than I have seen in a long time for us. I mean, not flooding here, because it does get so hot here too. Now, Angel, remind me where you are, girl, because I don't remember. Since it's so dry there, where are you at? I don't know why I cannot get. I do not have. Yeah, it's not letting me have any comments on the phone tonight. This thing is so weird. Oh, Corpus Christi. Oh, Lord, yes. You are where it's really hot, too, and dry. Your state's under a state of emergency, Linda. Oh, my. Sorry to hear that. Because of all that. Now, I know you've been getting a lot of rain up that way. I've seen that on the news, and all that flooding up that way. Connecticut, too. Connecticut, even your area, Vermont. I was trying to think what other state, but I'm pretty sure it was those two I remember. So yeah, the humidity though, my goodness, I know in Texas, I know it's bad. It's bad here in Georgia. And it's been, oh my gosh, this past week's just been horrible on the humidity, until finally we got a break. We got all these bad storms that came through, and it finally, after all those storms, and that was on, I'm going to say that was Thursday evening, Thursday night, finally the temperatures cooled down, because we was like 105, 108 was our heat index. It was like something ridiculous. You couldn't even breathe when you step outside. I know Angel can relate to that. There's just all that heat. I mean, that just drains a person, Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, that's terrible. I hate to hear that you're under a state of emergency, though. Hey, Sandy, there you are. Where you been hiding from me? Good to see you, girl. Glad you're here. Yeah, all the eastern states, you're right. Yeah, a lot of the eastern side, eastern up north too, your way, definitely are flooding because of all the rain. And see, we had all that rain that came through here. Now, and then what was weird this past 2 days, 2 times we had rain. I can't even talk. because it finally quit raining on, oh geez, I had to wait. Yesterday I couldn't mow because it was still off and on drizzle. It wasn't like heavy rain like we were having, but it was still, it made it too wet to mow. So that's why I had to wait. You gotta run? Okay, hon. I'm glad you stopped in. You take care of yourself. Good to see you. And what was I saying? I lost my train of thought, guys. Well, that's nice, Paula. You was talking about something. Oh, the rain. The rain, how when it finally stopped, then it started to cool down. But we was having rain just kind of off and on. But there for a while, we was having some heavy, heavy rains come through here. You've been dealing with family issues, hon? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better for you. Don't let it stress you out. That's the worst thing to do. I know that's easier said than done, but I know what it's like to have some family issues. And I don't let it get to me like that, like it used 2 years ago. I refuse. Life's too short, Sandy, to not be happy and be content. That's the way I look at it. But I'm here for you. If you ever need to talk, you know where I am. You can always text me. It's probably easier to text me right now. I was talking to him, Sandy, about changing the night that we do the sale. Instead of on a Sunday night, I'm thinking more of a Friday night, just because it's going to be easier for me, because the weekends are so busy for me. Or, well, really all the time's busy for me. So I'm trying to pick the best time for me, that'll work for me, that I can still give you a good sale and not be so rushed too. I'm working the second job that I work is on the phones, which is really much better for me than trying to clean houses, because the cleaning houses, it really takes a toll on my body. And doing that, every week, 2 and 3 houses a week is a lot for me. Plus working my regular job. So with that said, I can't talk. I was offered the opportunity to work more hours at the second job, which is on the phones. And that way I'm at home. I don't have to drive anywhere. I can just stay at the house. I would leave my first job. I drive straight home and immediately get on the computer to start that second job. And I work on it till, right now I'm working on it till 10 at night. I would have went 11 if they'd let me, but they wouldn't let me. So for right now, until they see how I work, which is understandable. So right now I'm working till 10 plus the weekends. But at least I don't have to drive anywhere. So that's a blessing to me, that part of it. However, it also, I'm putting in a lot of hours, whether I'm working my first job or the second job. I need a nap. I know it. I'm all over the place. Tell me about it. I'm tired. That's what my problem is. Thank you. My world is out of control. Yeah. Well, you don't let other people bring you down. I don't care if it is family. You cannot allow that. I have a very, my family situation is different too, but anyhow, and I won't bring it up because I never know if they ever might find this. They don't even know I do this. Only my brother knows I do this, because I don't tell anybody else in my family, meaning my mother. I don't tell her, because I just don't let her in my life like that, because I have to keep her at a distance, unfortunately. I know I look like crap. I know. Thank you. But I after I got done mowing today and got everything done, I had to, jump in the shower, hurry up, and then get here. I hadn't even threw no makeup on, but I am a little tired. I haven't slept real well the last 2 nights. Insomnia was really bad for me Saturday night. I don't know why. Not Saturday night. Friday night was really bad, and I do not know why. I could not go to sleep if my life would have depended on it. And I was like, thank God it wasn't during the week. You know, usually I have that problem during the week. So anyhow, so that's what I was getting at, was that I'm pretty sure I'm going to move it from Sunday. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to affect Becky. If Becky can still join me, I mean, obviously I'd want her to, but if she can't, I mean, I get that too. She's a busy lady herself. She's got a lot going on also. So I'll have to kind of leave that up to Becky, but I got to do what's best for me too. And right now, this point in my life, it would be better if I'm not doing this on a Sunday night, because it's just too much for me right now. I just got too much going on. Plus, you know, my granddaughter's in the softball. Thank goodness the tournaments, you know, the travel team, that ended. But then she starts playing for the school. That will start probably soon. Actually, I think they start playing. So those games actually are on Sundays. So that's going to interfere with me trying to hurry up, get back here. It's just so much. Oh my good grief. You know, so you're moving, sweetie? Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Sandy, if you have to move. I know it's not because you want to. I get that part. But I'll be thinking about you, and I'll say a little prayer for you, hon. But whatever you end up having to do what's best for you. You know, if you have to move, then you move to where it's going to benefit you. Meaning, do you have to be closer to town? Because I know you're a pretty good ways out of town. Maybe get closer into town, you know. Then I know you have your father too you take care of. So, you know, I don't know all the ins and outs. But anyhow, and we're not going to discuss it over here. That's none of my business. But you do whatever's best for you too. That's the way I look at it. Because I know family can put a lot of strain and pressure on you, I guess is the right word to say. You know, I'm trying to say it in a way that's not too offensive to anyone. If I'm speaking to anyone's heart, you know, just sometimes, you know, even though our family, we love our family, excuse me, you were raised by your family, you grew up with your family. Once you become an adult, things change for you, you know, and you branch out and do your own life, and so do they. Things change. And some people in the family might want you to do everything they say and how they say and all that. And me, unfortunately, I'm not like that at all. I just don't let nobody control me, and that includes my family. Never have. I don't like that. I was controlled in my first marriage to a point of abuse. And ever since then, I decided, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to be happy. If I have to be by myself, that's fine. If I have peace of mind and I'm going to be in control of myself, then I'm happy. So that's what I do. And anybody that knows me knows that. Mine don't care that I have had 2 heart attacks. I've been pushed to the max. Yep, and that's the other thing, Sandy. Your health, you know, is very important. And you don't want to allow people to push you to the max to where it affects your health like that. So I would distance myself from anybody, anything that does that to you. Even if you got to be alone, just be alone. I'm telling you, a lot of times it's nice to be alone. with your own thoughts, and you don't have to deal with people. And gosh, for a long time, I just enjoyed the peace and quiet. You know what I'm saying? It was very calming to me to not have to deal with anybody for a long time. So, and I had to make my own way in life. Yes. Raise my children. Absolutely. There's a lot of ins and outs there. Ah, there you go. Thank you, Edward. Edward agrees with me. But yeah, you don't want to, you just can't allow nobody, I don't care who they are, to push you to the point of your health is in danger. It's not doom and gloom. It's okay. You don't have to apologize. Not at all. I mean, I'm talking to you about my life, bits and pieces of it. I don't tell everything about my life because that's just the way I am. I'm just kind of a private person, but I'm telling you guys enough because I care enough about everybody here and you guys are the ones that join me on Sunday nights and we have fun. I like to look at it. I enjoy it. I absolutely love doing this. And I love all the people I deal with. I think y'all are awesome. Most people, I have not come across anybody that I don't really like, I could say. Most people are very good, are good people, Yes, exactly, Linda. That's right. The wrong people are not healthy for you and your health. So if they're not, you got to distance yourself from that. You got to think of yourself. It's okay to think of yourself and your health. Because, think about it. Just like you said, Sandy, you said it. They don't care I've had 2 heart attacks. They're pushing me to the max. What else do you need to know? They're telling you, no, we don't care. If they're pushing you to that point, then no, they don't care. Unfortunately, it's terrible to say, and I hate that you're being treated like that, but I'm sure you have friends out there. I'm sure you got some friends that you can talk to that are close to you there, and I'm talking about the area you live in. Hopefully you do. Even if it's one friend that you could talk to, and vent with them, it'll do you a lot of good to get it off your chest. So if you have that person, talk to them, and let it out, because it's not good to hold all that in either. But you do have to get to a point where you have to separate it in your mind to where it's in the back of your mind, so to speak. It's going to be there because it's family. You can't really get away from that part. But the way I've dealt with it is I love my family. Don't get me wrong. I do. But I also have a line in the sand, so to speak, that I separate it. I know what I have to do. I know they're here. I do anything. If they need something, I do my best to make sure I can help them. But I have to also look at myself. I have to take care of myself. So it's just a lot, a lot of in life. It's no different than anyone else, I'm sure, on their things. Yes, there's a lot of nice people here on YouTube. Ever since, COVID, and we all kind of got forced into the YouTube world, and especially when you have a love of antiques and vintage and glass, and we all kind of got pushed into YouTube land, to try to reconnect with people because we were stuck at home. And we still found the loves that we were looking at because we were still able to shop, even though we couldn't go out at first, we were still able to shop online, and we still was able to communicate with people. We still had our connections, and sometimes I think stronger connections than you do with people you even see all the time. Right? I've met a lot of good people on here that I feel very close to, that I consider family. And I do. You know, family doesn't have to be blood. It's family to me is if you're looking out for each other and you love one another to where you respect each other too, then that's family to me, you know? Just because we're blood doesn't make us family in my mind. I mean, yes, you're my blood family, but somebody I can really, really depend on, really talk to, be honest with. You know, a lot of times you can't do that at all with family. It depends on who it is. So if you have that person, a friend, use them. And it's okay. If they're your friend, they're going to listen and they're going to try to help you. If nothing else, they'll listen to you. You know? Well, hello there. How are you doing, Miss Midge? Good to see you. Mama Maria's here. Oh, there we go. Boundaries are important. That's right, Mama Maria. And hello, dear. Boundaries are very important. No one needs toxic people in their life. They only bring you down. Amen, Midge. Amen. That's so true. Toxic people, well, that can ruin your health very quickly. It did mine long ago. It ruined my health very fast. And you know they're toxic. You're trying to get away from that, you know, because nobody likes to live in that drama, or I don't. I like drama free, no drama. It's not for me. I'm not dealing with it. And so my point to you, Sandy, is get to a point to where you have to separate it in your head somehow. Yes, they're family. Yes, you love them. You care about them. But you got to do what's best for you, whatever that is. If you got to move, you move. If you think you'll have peace of mind and that'll settle whatever this family's doing, and then I would do that. I would try to work towards that if you can. Oh, you lost your best friend 3 years ago. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. And you're lucky you had a best friend, you know? A lot of times, you know, you don't get that best friend relationship with people. I have a lot of friends. Very few, I would say, best friends. So if you had that, that was special, I know. So I'm sorry to hear that, Sandy. But you can still pick yourself up, dust yourself off, just like your little name says, the little dust on the bottom, knock it off. Move forwards. That's all you can do. Don't look back. Move forwards and start fresh. That's what I would do. That's how I've dealt with things in my life that have been bad for me. I've left it behind. I had to. And to have a peace of mind. And that, you know, and I decided a long time ago, life is way too short to be drove crazy by somebody, you know, somebody or somebody's. There you go. Look what Mama Maria said. I moved to ensure I could live alone. Draw your boundaries. It's not easy, but worth it to value yourself. Amen. Now that right there says it all. Life sales and learning to mod saved me. Aw. I think it saved a lot of people, though, as far as like I was saying, you know, how we all kind of come together on YouTube when COVID hit and everything was locked down and we had no place to go, nothing we could do. I think that's why we all came together on YouTube and we formed these bonds that is like family. You know, I swear, people that I talk to on YouTube, I'm closer to you guys a lot of ways than I am people I see every day at work, at regular work. Because I feel like I know we have a connection because of the glass and the vintage, the antiques. We all have that connection. But I'm telling you, the people that I have met on YouTube, and I know everybody, a lot of you've said this, but the people I've met on YouTube, a lot of the people are so, so wonderful. Just wonderful people. So, and how are you doing, Miss Mama Maria? You getting settled in? You used to be really independent before something. I don't think you meant WAD. So you have to tell me what you meant there. I'm not sure. Goodness. Oh, before you wed. Gotcha. I should have thought about that. And that didn't even hit my mind. Yeah. Well, you can gain that back. There's no reason why you can't. I don't know your situation. If you're still married, not married, I don't know. There you go. Looky there. Miss Mama Maria says, yes, settled and finally house closing tomorrow. Yes. I know you'll be glad when that's done. Understood, Sandy. Okay. Well, so you had to move back home, I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But don't give up hope though. Never. And you can gain back your independence. You can do that. Just start today. Start fresh. Start today. And don't allow people excuse me, that don't allow people that bring you down or don't have your best interests at heart. Keep them out of your life. They don't have to be in your life. Doesn't matter if they're family. You can love them at a distance if that's what it is. But they don't have to be right in your life. You wanted to help your parents. I know. Yep. I get that. And that's wonderful. And you'll be blessed for that too. You probably have been blessed for that, for helping your mom and dad. Often life is 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. Keep paddling forward. That is so true. So true. I feel that. Yes. Absolutely. 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. All the time. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Mama Maria. I'm glad that all that's coming together. Soon that'll be done. And then you'll have that out of the way. And I know you're loving where you're at because Becky's told me how much you love it. So I'm happy for you. Very much so. I did until my mom passed. I took care of her. Right. Well, I mean, I get that. Now, you take care of your father now too, correct? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know what would happen to him, or is someone else going to take care of him? I mean, I'm not trying to air all your family drama. Hey, Mr. Jeff. Good to see you. How you doing? Is our Becky on the road? Or what's she doing? I'm assuming I was thinking that she said, didn't she tell us that she had to, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking wrong, but I was thinking that she was packing and then she was going to go. She was going to be going, right? I have always been the fixer. Aw, I get it. Hey, Bonnie. No apology necessary. We're just chit-chatting. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. Right there. Hi, Jeff. Barbecue soon. Aw. Yep, I am in the basement and she is gone. You're in the basement? Why are you stuck in the basement? Oh. Yeah, I thought she was hitting the road. I thought she was packing and then leaving this weekend. That's what I remembered her saying. Yeah, look at all our friends coming in. Good to see everybody. Becky and her crew are on their way to Fenton Convention. Yep. Yep, that's going to be fun. That's going to be nice. I know Becky loves it. And she's great at it too. And I know she looks forward to going to it, to the conventions. So hopefully her trip will go well, and it'll be great for her. And hopefully it'll be a great convention. Bonnie, don't be trying to make Jeff paranoid. A lot of bad things happen in the basement. Oh, you're funny. Just pay her no mind there, Mr. Jeff. Disability sucks. Yeah. I understand, Sandy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I know. Oh. Jeff saying, I'm always in the basement. No change over here. 90 temps, basement feels really good. I bet. I'm telling you, these temperatures, that's what I was talking about earlier. I mean, finally it's cooled down, if you want to call it that. We're still in the 90s, but thank goodness the humidity has lowered somewhat. It's not like the heat index of 105, 110. That was just miserable, honestly, even for me. And I love the hot weather. Think Bonnie's picking on you, Mr. Jeff. You'd rather work 14 hours a day, Sandy. I get it. I do understand that. But what you do the best you can, for your situation. That may be good or bad, but if you're unable to work, and it sounds like you are, then you just have to try to work things out with your situation in mind, of course. Better than the doghouse. That's right. Better to be in the basement than the doghouse. So that's funny. But things will work out, Sandy. Things will work out. Try to stay positive and think of ways that you can move forward by yourself and gain back your independence. You're at 64 degrees, going down to 54. Good grief, Linda. Wow. My basement is more my room. Get it? His little man cave down there. I think that's what they call that. Linda, that's cool weather for sure. Gee whiz, you wouldn't probably survive in this weather here. I don't think. Yeah, that's really a big difference in the temperature, eh? My, 64 and down to 54. I wouldn't even, I'm not ready for that. Not ready for that by no means. Yeah, I'm surprised at it. It's amazing to me the difference in the temperatures, from in our country, like where Linda is. She's more further east, northeast, I guess, right on the East Coast. And you're at 91. Wow. I mean, we were at, and I don't want to mess up. I'm afraid to touch anything. I don't want anything to go off, so I'm not going to bother it. But it was 90 earlier. I don't know. I don't think it's that now, since the sun has now went down. We should be in the 80s, would be my guess. But 91's still pretty warm, huh? I could never survive hot weather. Yeah, you probably wouldn't. You probably so used to it being so cool. My goodness. Jeff, you must have a nice finished basement. My 2-story Victorian house has one of those unfinished basements. Yep. Mine's unfinished too, Bonnie. I got to try to work towards getting that completed one day. My rich uncle gets out of the poorhouse is the saying. Yeah, Linda, I don't know how in the world. I guess you just love the cool weather. You're probably so used to it. Probably to you, 64 is probably a little warm, right? You're used to that really cold temperatures when it's bad. I mean, in the winter. Rain today in San Antonio brought the temp down to 97. Oh my gosh, Sherry. Gee whiz. So you're in Texas too. So I can't remember where everybody is. So y'all just have to keep reminding me because I see so many people and talk with so many people. Good grief. So it's still hot there then too. San Antonio, I know. Yep, Mr. Edward was in here. I'm assuming he's still here. Yeah. Yep. Victorian houses are beautiful. Beautiful homes. Yeah, I love that style also. They're just beautiful homes, So, 85 here tonight, low 65. That's Edward. 65 is your low, huh? I'm surprised you're going down. You're in California, right? I'm surprised you go that low at night. We won't be that low, not even close to it. No. We'll probably be, I'm going to say low 80s maybe by morning. Maybe 70s, maybe upper 70s. It depends. But no, we won't be no 65 yet. It's just been, it's unbelievable how hot it's been. I know Becky was saying it was hot there, where you guys are in California, not California, Colorado. I was thinking of Edward when I said California. But yes, you're in Ontario, California. That's okay. I can't do cold. Me neither, Sandy. I hate the cold weather. I can't do it. I have to have the hot weather. Becky was born when we lived in a 1902 Queen Anne. Ooh. Then we ended up in Colorado. How about that? 1902 Queen Anne. I know that was beautiful. Gee whiz. Yeah, those homes are just gorgeous, aren't they? I love them. I just love looking at them. Yep, everybody keep Miss Sandy in your prayers for her. That her situation will get better and soon. Yeah, Queen Anne home, can you imagine? Wow. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You don't have basements in Oklahoma? Now, are you being funny here? I know you got a little laughy face there. What you mean you don't have basements in Oklahoma? I would think you would have basements because you have tornadoes that come through there, right? Or do you have like storm shelters underground? I know back when we were little, and I was like, I remember it only because it was so tragic of a time, but I was like probably 4, maybe, I know it wasn't 5, 3 or 4. And there was a tornado that was coming through, and we lived in this trailer park, and everyone from there, when they, I guess the sirens had went off or whatever, I don't even know if they had sirens then. Maybe it was on the news. I don't know. Remember, 3 or 4. But I just remember the um the high intense. You could tell there was something going on that was upsetting to everybody, and I picked up on that when I was little. And everybody had to be really quiet. We went to this. It was like a underground type of a. It looked like kind of like a little banquet hall type thing, where everybody went in. You sat down, and everyone was quiet. All these families. I didn't know these people, you know. But I remember we had to stay there until the threat of the tornado passed, because they was afraid it was going to wipe out all of their homes. I did pick up on because of my mother, how upset she was. And, she was trying to keep us safe, of course, me and my older brother at the time. But I remember that. But it was very, very, it was like a tragic type situation, something I've never forgot. We don't. Okay, there we go. There, I'm back. Oh, funny. Now I can see the chat now. Isn't that weird? You know what happened was I got an Amber Alert that hit on my phone. And when it hit on my phone, it just kind of took over my phone. Wouldn't even let me out of it. So she's probably taking a nap. Ha ha ha. Very funny. There we go. Okay. So, okay, I was reading from Maryland. Okay, and hey, Maryland, good to see you, hon. We don't in Oklahoma think is issue with soil and difficulty with water coming in. Ah, okay. Huh. Interesting. Shelters and cellars mainly. And see, I remember having a cellar, and when we lived in Ohio, we had like a cellar that we would have to go to because in Ohio at that time there's a lot of tornadoes in that state, and I remember us going to there a few times, going down the cellar. I hated going to the cellar because it just had so many cobwebs, and I was more afraid of the spiders and stuff. We're little. Keep in mind, we're young. But yeah, you guys are hilarious. Think I took a nap, huh? That quick? But yeah, I remember the cellars because we used to go, we had one, and we would go to, it had like the 2 double doors, and you had like only 3 steps to go down to it, and you're there. But I hated it because it was so creepy, like because of the cobwebs and everything. I didn't like it. It wasn't a place I wanted to stay in, but we had to. That's what you did back then. Instead of getting blown away, you went there. That way, if the house was taken, you stood a chance. Being in the cellar anyhow, you're safer. Well, that's interesting. So I guess the soil is different there in Oklahoma then. If that's the reason you don't have a lot of basements or don't have any basements. Interesting. And see, I have a basement here in my house that I can go to when the weather gets really bad. You know, if I'm awake. You don't like spiders. Yeah, spiders is not my favorite thing, especially being in close contact with them. Like that, I just remember that was like creepy to me. You know, all of us was kind of squished in there, and I didn't want to set in a particular spot because I seen spiders moving around, and you know. Anyhow, yeah, wasn't my didn't care for that, but that's how he was kept safe. So that's interesting. But here I do have a basement, so if weather was to get bad, only one time I've actually had to go to it so far, living here, and it was bad. And the thing was, I was driving in, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a tornado coming because I seen people's stuff flying everywhere. I was like, oh no, I'm trying to hurry up to get into my garage before it actually hit down my street so I could try to get in the basement because I thought, oh man, I mean, there was stuff flying. There was siding flying across the road, all kinds of stuff. My neighbor across the street, she had this great big grill like thing. It blew out into the road from behind her house all the way around. I mean, that thing was heavy. Um, so that's something I remember. But anyhow, that was one time that I hurry up. I got in here, jumped out, and all I did was go to the basement because I thought, oh man, it's going to hit. A lot of people lost a lot of their roof, or their shingles, not the roof, the shingles and siding. Now a lot of the siding came off of some of the houses, not mine, luckily. I was glad of that. Oh, spiders in his beard. Good Lord. I hate snakes. You don't like snakes? I mean, I don't care for snakes either, you know, as far as pets or anything. Some snakes are good snakes to have around because they kill a lot of rodents. Like the black snakes are really harmless. But copperheads and all that, you know, I would kill those quickly. Anything I know is venomous. There's something I notice we have a lot of here around the house is little lizards. They're like everywhere. There's like families of them. I go outside, they scatter. I haven't bothered any of them. Only one time one got in my house, I told you all about that. I had to beat it because it kept running around. I was like, you can't stay in my house. I can't have no lizard in here. I thought I killed him, and I scooped him up on my dustpan, and all of a sudden he started moving. I was like, oh shoot. So I hurried up and ran to the door and threw him out. Yeah, I didn't want to kill him, but I wasn't going to have him in my house either. Watched a movie once where a guy had spiders in his beard. That would be a interesting movie. I kill them before I ask, are you a good snake? Sandy. You should know the difference where you live now, I would think. I mean, you know, unless you was raised in the city all your life, most of us, I think, know that's in the suburbs, country, or raised in the country. We know pretty well what's good or not good as far as a snake. I mean, I don't mess with them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going out here and picking up any snakes, but and I don't like them in my yard. They just need to go on. But the black snakes and stuff, I try to leave them alone, only because I know they're really good for the environment around here. Linda, you see what I got to put up with? She kills them before she asks him, are you a good snake? That's funny. I needed that. That's a good laugh. But Oh, you guys are funny. Yeah, don't mess with too many, I don't mess with the snakes either. Like I said, black snakes and stuff I don't bother. If they're copperheads or if I'm not sure, because they're similar to a copperhead, we have a lot of those type around here. And when you look at them, you're not really sure. You know how the copperheads have the diamond back. Well, there's another snake that's very similar to that now. And it's not venomous. But I'm sorry, if you look too close to what I know is venomous, I'm going to have to kill it. I mean, just to be on the safe side. Country girl all your life. Yeah. So you know what's good and not good, or you should know. You just want to kill them all. I think that's what it is. You don't like them, so you're like, I'm going to kill you. And I think it's illegal to kill some snakes around here, certain ones. I don't really know which one, but I've heard that before from somebody. But I'm like, shoot, if it's a snake and I'm not sure what it is, it's going to die. That's all there is to it. Nope, but no one's going to know. It's not like I'm going to advertise that I've killed a snake. It's on my property, and I'm not sure. Lights out. Lights out for that snake. Now, what do you kill them with? Do you shoot them? Do you use a hoe? We have what we call a hoe that you chop off their head with. What do you use, Sandy? Or anybody who kills snakes? What do y'all use? I prefer the hoe method myself because I'm more accurate. I'm afraid of shooting and missing, and then it really bite me. So I'm like, nah, not going to use a gun. I'll just use my hoe and chop their head off. I got pretty good at that when I lived in West Virginia. So, goodness. I took an allergy pill this morning. I usually have to take one every day. There's something out in this air. I think it's ragweed or something this time of year that's really getting me. I seem to have allergies year round now. All right, so what do y'all use to kill the snakes? Is anybody going to tell me? No comments? I use a hoe to chop them off, chop their head off. That's as long as you are accurate and you're not scared to do it. I mean, you have to, get in there and do it. But, all right. Linda says, I bought a grass snake to my mother and said I had a pet. She freaked out. I was about 4 years old. Good grief. I bet she did. Where in West Virginia did I live? Mama Maria, I live, yes, there's a lot of glass history there. You're right. And I lived in a little town called Glenville, which if you blink, you're going to miss it. That one, literally, it had one stoplight in town. So it was a little town called Glenville. It was like Weston is where they have there's a glass, it's called Appalachian, what's it called? The Appalachian something, where they make glass still, blow glass. Oh, I went there. I could have stayed there for the whole day just watching. And I got to watch them they were making ornaments, is what they ended up making. Hey, Patty, welcome in, hon. Good to see you. And I enjoyed that so much. It was hot. I didn't care because I just was enjoying watching them do this. Kill a snake. Are we going to have a sale? I'm in Miami, Florida. Born and raised. I run as fast as I can. Oh, you're in Miami? Nice. And no, I'm not having a sale. I'm actually talking tonight. And I decided that we would just talk. And I need to just chill out for a little bit. Because I've been running full tilt all week. And honestly, I'm tired. And I don't kill snakes. Blanco blows glass. Yep. Still. Yeah, they're in Milton. Yes, they are. And I know where that is. It's still a good little piece for me, but I do know where Milton, West Virginia is. But the place I'm thinking of is called Appalachian Glass, I think is what it's called. They actually they still blow glass there. They make all kinds of stuff. I loved it. I just love being in that and watching them, because that's just, I wish that's the type of, you know, I wish I could have been around that, growing up watching that and learning that trade. That would be something to do, in my opinion. Oh, look at you. Born in Miami and moved to East Tennessee. My goodness, what made you go to East Tennessee, Bonnie? I gotta know. I asked Alexa. She said call animal control. Edward. Oh, that's funny. You ask Alexa. Call animal control. Depends on what's in my hands. Right. We are animal control. That's about right. Now there's no, if it needs to be handled, unless it's like a boa or something, that would be different. I would call animal control then. Or shoot it. One. I don't know what I would do, actually. I haven't seen any of those around here, and I don't want to. That's funny. Yeah, Blanco blows glass still. Yes, they do. And I love Blanco glass myself. Love it. That's one of my glass that I enjoy. And I've seen a lot of that growing up. Okay, my daughter married somebody from here. They got divorced, and she now lives in Kansas. I wanted to kill her. Bonnie. Oh my goodness. Now she's in Kansas, of all places, right? You wanted to kill her. That's funny. Poor kid. Oh, that's funny. He was born in Miami. So that's how you ended up in Tennessee. Gotcha. I moved here to be close to here. I am telling you. You moved. I got you. I understand. That's why he was going to kill her. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not, I mean, that's awesome that you did something like that. But see, that's the problems that you kind of run into, is if things don't work out for them, then you might be stuck in Tennessee by yourself. My goodness. But that's wonderful, I think, as a mother, you did that. You moved there to be close to her. Now, why don't you move to Kansas then? What's in Kansas? Why'd she end up there? Job or something? And you know, I was telling everybody, anybody who may have missed it, that no, my son moved here. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Yeah, I was telling anybody that was here early on that I'm seriously considering moving. I know I'm going to end up moving my sale night on a different night. We don't have a stoplight in the little town next to me. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, where I'm from, actually, the stoplight, I've seen this place flood so many times because there's like the big river that runs right beside of the town main street. And it's the Kanawha River. Anybody that's always trying to say Kanawha, they're trying to say Kanawha glass. It's called the Kanawha River. That's how you pronounce it. Or at least that's the way I've always heard it pronounced growing up. And when they get a lot of rain, and it'll flood that whole town. I've seen that water be right up to the stoplight. I've seen it in pictures, not been there, but in like the newspaper where they'd be down in a boat. I've seen them buildings be flooded so many times, and then they just dry them out and keep using them. But, which I thought, okay. But yeah, there was like, when it gets a lot of rain there, it does. It'll flood that whole town. Get off there. Her son wanted her to move to Kansas where he went to school. He just got married 3 weeks ago. Now she's living alone in the house she just bought. Yes, Miss Paula, she does want me to move there. I figured she would. Yeah, I kind of figured she probably does want you to move there. Now, is that where they're going to kind of stay now, you think? Or, but now, do you like where you're at in Tennessee? Tennessee's a beautiful, beautiful state. I love Tennessee. I think it's a beautiful state. A lot of nice places up there to visit, too. But yeah, that town used to flood all the time. And it still does. The last time it flooded to the extent I'm thinking of, it's been probably 10 years. 10 years ago. But it still floods. Even, you know, even being there like 5-6 foot of water. When you're talking water, you know, that much water, that's a lot of water. I love the mountains. Yes, I do not know anything about Kansas except tornadoes and the Wizard of Oz. That's about right. You got that right. Kansas. Now, they're very known for the tornadoes, especially Tornado Alley. I don't know where she's at in Kansas, but yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, Tennessee, the mountains and everything's beautiful. A beautiful state. Tornadoes and the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, right? But yeah, I was telling everyone, anybody who may have missed it, just because things have changed in my life a little bit, that I am working the second job, I'm working more hours with it. I can be on the phones at home. So I was able to give up the cleaning of houses because that was really taking a toll on me physically and trying to work, you know, a full-time job. It's a lot to do. And so I was glad actually to give that up, to be honest with you. I needed to give that up. But I had to wait also until the right opportunity. Luckily, that came along, and I jumped on the opportunity. So with that said, the weekends is hard for me, if you can't tell. I'm trying to get a sale together and do it. And I want to be able to do a good sale with you. Yeah, I work a little bit too much sometimes, but, you know, everybody's situation's different, and it's just something I have to do right now. So I do it. I don't complain about it, other than there's not enough time in the day. That's really my biggest complaint. Kansas is very flat. We drive I-70 through there regularly. Some great shops to find goodies in. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty flat. That's something I don't know if Bonnie would like that, since she does love the mountains. Kansas has wheat fields and corn. All right, then. Oh. So that's what they grow there, huh? Wheat fields and corn. Interesting. I'm surprised they do corn, especially with tornadoes, because, you know, it would flatten it. So maybe it depends on where. I have no idea. Don't know that much about it. But yeah, I was saying that, you know, I'm going to have to move that. I'm going to have to move my sale night, because it's just getting to be too much for me trying to do it on a Sunday night. And it stresses me out because I got so many other things I'm trying to do on the weekend. You know, not counting your jobs you do, but also just regular life, you know. And I was like killing myself trying to hurry up and get the yard mowed, everything done, so I could get in here, get in the shower, and be here for 9 o'clock. Because my day started this morning at 8 o'clock. So I did it. And I'm not complaining about it. It's just that I just think I can do better for what I'm doing here with the sales than trying to do it on a Sunday night for me. Now, like I said, I haven't even discussed this with Miss Becky yet. Of course, Mama Maria's in here, so Becky may know. She may find out. And that's fine, you know, because I was going to talk to her about it anyhow. And I know Becky will understand what I'm talking about. But I don't know what Becky's got going on in her own life as far as day to day. I'm pretty well thinking I'm going to move it to a Friday night. It's going to be late Friday night for the Eastern side. Because I do work on the phones until at least 10 right now. So I figure I won't start before 10:30 on a Friday night. And I think if I did it on a Friday night, I could be a little more prepared, maybe a little more relaxed in order to be able to do the sale and not have to rush so much. I work Saturdays, but I don't have to start like at the crack of dawn like I do on my first job. So it'll be better, I think, for me. Hopefully everybody can still follow me and come along and be in the sale. I would love for you guys to. But like, I don't know your life either and what your schedules are, but hopefully you still can. Walmart is 65 miles one way from me. Good Lord, Sandy. Geez, you need to be way closer into town. You're too far out, girl. My goodness. You're in the middle of nowhere? Basically? Wow. 65 miles one way. That's a lot. I want you to take care of yourself first. I will be there to help support you in any way I can. Oh, you're so sweet, Miss Bonnie. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, honestly. Well, hello there, Becky. There she is. There's our Becky. She's arrived in our chat. Hey, Becky. I hope things are going well for you. I hope you're not too worn out yet. Yep, there she is. She's made it. She's in our chat. Good to see you. We just got to our hotel for the night. All's well. That's awesome, Becky. I'm glad you made it safely to your hotel for the night. I was just talking to everybody. I'm not doing a sale actually tonight because I'm just too tired for one thing. And I was talking to them about, life in general. And, I finally got to give up the cleaning of the houses, which was big for me. Sherry, Ma, Bonnie, Sandy. And because I was able to, there was an opportunity presented to me through the second job by working the phones at home. And I can work more hours with them, which is good. I can work 7 days a week with them, actually. And I usually work till at least 10 of evening. That's why on your nights, I'm going to be a little late coming into your sales. I think I've already told you about that, maybe. I don't know what I've told you, what I haven't. That's the last time we talked. But I was telling them I'm going to be moving my sale from Sunday to probably a Friday night, just because it's going to be better for me. And yes, it's much easier on me, of course, physically. I needed to be able to give that up, and I'm really thankful I was able to do that. I could tell a difference just after this week of not doing that. Much better for me. Physically. But yeah, I'm probably going to move it to a Friday night. Now, I don't know, as far as how that's going to affect you or what you have going on, because I told them, hey, you're busy too. But I probably won't start the sale till at least 10:30 at night on a Friday night because I work the phones until 10. So you're probably looking at 10:30 before I even start. And that'd probably be the soonest I would start it. I mean, I would try not to start no later than that because I can't do it all night. Because I do work Saturday, but I don't have to be up so early in the morning. So hopefully we can work something out. You can still be with me, and if I hope you can. I want you to be. But I mean, I understand, you have to do what you got to do too. Oh yeah, you got to do what you got to do. See, she just said the same thing. It just popped up on my iPad. So hopefully it'll work out, for us. And if not, I understand totally. I get it because I know you're a busy lady yourself. Mama Maria was telling me that she gets to close on her house tomorrow. She's excited about that, it sounds like. Get that out of the way. Do I get a day off? Not really. Not right now. I'll probably work towards getting a day off. I mean, not that I have to work the whole entire day. On the weekends, I can I can kind of choose what I'm working there right now. But no, I don't really have a day off right now. So I'm working around everything, That's what I'm doing at the moment, which is okay with me too. But it's just a lot going on, as you know. And then because of rain, we've had so much rain. I was telling everybody, so much rain. What is that, Miss Sandy? What are you doing? What's the RR? I don't know what that means. Yeah. But yeah. I forgot what I was talking about. But my insomnia has been really bad the last 2 days. So if I seem a little weird or a little out of it, I kind of am. But we've had so much rain. That's what I was talking about. So much rain. And then all of a sudden, the sun comes out and it's so hot here. It's been so hot. Like the heat index was like 105, 108. That was just past week. After we had some really heavy storms come through, it really cooled it off. So it brought the temperature down. The humidity, I should say. The temperature is still there, but compared to what it was, it just seemed like it really dropped it. Though it wasn't a lot, but it felt like it when it's that hot. Yeah, Jeff was telling us about how you stuck him in the basement. Edward, are you still here with us? Don't know if he is. He was just a little bit ago. But yeah, my insomnia has been really bad the last 2 days. So I don't know why, but I have really gotten no sleep. Okay, Sandy. Okay. So I'm just really tired. And I had to mow today. So I had to get my mowing done while it's not raining. Finally, I had to wait for the grass to dry. I couldn't even do it yesterday because it was still kind of raining off and on. And but the grass was also higher than it normally. I don't normally have my grass that high. But because of all the rain, there was no way. And I don't have time to cut it during the week anyhow right now. But it really shot up. So I had to do it today. I was like, if I don't do it, it's going to be the weekend before I could do it. And then I don't know what's going on the weekend. So I don't know if it's going to be raining. That's what I mean. So I had to do it today. So I got that done. It's out of the way. I don't have to think about that no more for a couple weeks anyhow. So you've had a good trip. That's good, Becky. Where are you at now, Becky? What state are you in right now? Did y'all drive straight through, or I'm assuming you're breaking it up some? Where are you at? Tell me that. Or are you in West Virginia? Maybe you're already up there. I can tell I got burnt in my face today. Yes, I did. 3 days there. 3 days there. Want to guess? 3 days there. Do I want to guess where you're at right now? Let me guess. 3 days there. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even guess. Let's see. 3 days there. Want to guess? I don't know. In a hotel. That's a good guess there, Linda. I love our chat. Oh, they are so funny. Okay, Linda said you're in a hotel. Is she right? 3 days there. Want to guess? What state I'm in? Guess what state Becky's in? Let's see. Now, wait a minute. Now, first of all, tell me, did you and Stephen connect, or are you guys going up separately? I'm assuming you probably didn't connect, right? Because he's kind of going off one direction, you kind of go another. You're in bed. Understood. Last night in Kansas. So Indiana, that's what I was thinking too. That's a good guess there, Mama Maria. She's in the state that she's in. And she's in the bed. We will arrive Wednesday night. Wednesday night? Good Lord. Oh, that's what you mean by it's going to take 3 days to get there? Is it because y'all are shopping, or why on earth would it take 3 days? Now you got me puzzled. He will, let's see. He will, Stephen. He will arrive Wednesday night. Got it. Stephen's going to arrive Wednesday night. Okay, I see. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, so I think Mama Maria probably guessed a pretty good guess. I'm thinking Indiana also. So is that the state you're in? Tell us. Yes or no? Now okay. 6 to 8 hours of driving and doing some shopping along the way. So no, you're not in Indiana. Okay. Well, are you still in Kansas? Maybe. Now, is anybody with you, or are you by yourself? Did Barb come with you? You and her together, or Nevada? No. She's not in Kansas either. Well, all right. Linda said Nevada. I think that's the wrong direction. I think, Linda, because she's supposed to be headed towards West Virginia. 2 ladies from the Glass Club. Oh, nice. Or is it nice? 2 ladies from the Glass Club. Nevada, wrong direction. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. Ohio. You're probably not that far yet. You said 6 to 8 hours driving. I will be here, Paula and Becky, as long as you will have me. Well, absolutely. Of course. Nebraska. There. Sandy guessed Nebraska. That's a good guess, too. Absolutely, Sandy. Well, if we'll have you. Of course we'll have you. Too far north. Okay. Not Nebraska. And, oh, dang, why didn't we think of Illinois? Yeah, Illinois. She's in Illinois. Nice. What state do you live in? She lives in Colorado. So she's in Illinois right now. So you made a pretty good piece then today. So that's good. Give you 5 minutes in the morning and we will be in Indiana. Got it. That's funny. That is very funny. My Dill is on her way to Dill, daughter-in-law, excuse me, is on her way to Bend, Oregon. Takes almost 4 hours just to get out of Colorado. My God, you're like coming across the whole state of Colorado then. Colorado's a big state though, I know. Well, the direction I think you're going. Moving her little brother. I have cousins that live in Colorado. That's Linda. Yeah, that's nice. So she's moving her little brother. Cute. Huh. So she's in Colorado Springs is where she lives. So if it takes her 4 hours just to get out of her state, my goodness. That's like coming out of the state of West Virginia. And that's because of the mountains, you know. I told her to shop for me. There you go. Good idea there, Sandy. Me too, Linda. I have cousins that live in Colorado. So Mama Maria has cousins that live in Colorado too, Linda. Which I guess that kind of makes sense. Of course, though, you're not originally from there, are you? But you've been there. You've been in Colorado a long time, though, right, Mama Maria? Like, I think Becky's whole life. No, me. No, me. Oh, you're saying I got you. Okay, I'm sorry. You mean you live in Colorado Springs too, not that you have cousins there. Gotcha. Yeah, we made that clear. The Blue Ridge Mountains are beautiful. Yes, they are. I love the Blue Ridge Mountains. I have made many trips up there to see those. I don't go as often as I should or would want to, but I love to go there and just look at the view. It's so peaceful. Marie says 48 years, no cousins. I thought you'd been there a long time. No cousins there. Now all your people is it Wisconsin, Minnesota? I know somewhere I can't remember, to be honest with you. But oh, you're working on getting a thermal printer? Nice. That'll be nice if you can get that, Sandy. Yes, Wisconsin. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Wisconsin is where Mama Maria's family is. I think a lot of her family's there, cousins and such. Yeah, the Blue Ridge Mountains are beautiful, Linda. I enjoy them so much. Well, hello there, Miss Geneva. Great to see you, hon. Welcome, welcome. Both of the two states. Gotcha. Understood. Yep. Yeah, I know Becky and I've talked about it before, so I knew that your family was, I was thinking of somewhere up that way. Yeah, Miss Geneva has arrived. The party can begin. We are just chit-chatting tonight. I am not really selling anything. I'm just talking, running my mouth, unwinding from the week. So, I'm glad you came in. Hope you're doing good there, Miss Geneva. I have family all over the United States. That's Sandy. All right. Well, that can be a good thing that you got family everywhere. I mean, mainly my family is, other than my children and my grandkids, which all of us are here in Georgia because I brought everybody here to get out of up north because there was nothing up there to work-wise I'm talking about. I'm hangry. Otherwise, fine. Uh-oh. Somebody better be feeding Geneva. She's hangry. But yeah, mainly all my family is in West Virginia. I had some family in Colorado. Unfortunately, she passed. But everybody else, well, no, I'm sorry. I do have a cousin in Montana. He's still there. Other than that, everyone else is in West Virginia. They all kind of stayed in that area. And that's kind of common, I think, for that state. I didn't really have, no, I'm not going to say I don't have ties there. I do. Obviously, my family is there. My mother, my father, they was born and raised in that area that they live in. But I wasn't. I was like partly raised in Ohio, and then we went to West Virginia and partly raised there. And then I took off after I got married, decided, hey, I got to get out of here because of my children. And I left the state because of work. That was why I left it. Not because I didn't like the state. It was a beautiful state. It's beautiful, but it's really not a place to where you can raise a family without being on government assistance the whole entire time. And I didn't want to live that way. Get some schnapps there, Geneva. Then you'll feel better. Get you something to chew on. All right, Mama Maria says, hi, Geneva. I bought a pair of black glass shakers at an estate sale this week. Nice. I wish you guys were close. I could feed you fresh veggies, squash, cucumbers, and tomatoes. Amen to that, Sandy. That's something I miss so much is the garden. A fresh vegetables garden. It's a lot of work to do a garden, which unfortunately I couldn't do it anymore. You had dinner at Bob Evans. Bob Evans is a nice place, isn't it? Did you like it? Been a long time since I've ate at Bob Evans. Send zucchini my way. Oh, I love zucchini also. I have a recipe for get this, a chocolate zucchini cake. You would never know there's zucchini in it. And it's so good. It was okay. Okay, so it wasn't that good. But good. Yeah, zucchini is, but yeah, I have a really good recipe. And it's so good, you don't even have to put any icing on this zucchini cake. I call it cake. Well, the recipe it says it's a cake. But it's really good. And I make it every year that I can get a fresh thing of zucchini. I've made that. Oh, you've made that too? Cool. And it's good, right? You can't even tell zucchini's in it. And you don't have to put icing on it at all. It's just that good. You could put a little bit of powdered sugar if you want something on it, but oh my goodness. I know I made it for my family. Didn't tell anybody. None of them. I'm like, hey, I made some cake. And I started sharing with everybody, even the grandkids. Didn't tell a soul. Everyone, oh, this is good. I love this. Grandma, please make this again. I said, okay. And I said, now I'm going to tell everybody what's in it. And they're like, what? So I told them, they're like, you put that in here? No, you didn't. I'm like, yes, I did. But yeah, it was a big hit. So I try to make it every year for them. I used to do raised beds, but this year in big tubs, and it has all grown good. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, you know, I thought about that too. Now, honestly, I have thought about the raised beds only because, and I'm talking about, they have these things now, you know, it's like big stands that you can get that you don't have to be all bent over because of my back. I seriously have thought about doing those to try to raise some vegetables, just to have some fresh vegetables in the summertime. Oh, you like it that well. I do too, Becky. I love it. I love zucchini. To me, it's one of the squashes that's just something you can eat every day. Your mother used to make that too, Sandy. How about that? Cool. You made stuffed peppers and squash yesterday. Nice. Sounds good. So you did big tubs to grow stuff, and it grew well. Well, that's good. Yeah, I've thought about that too, because I thought, you know, man, I miss it so much. You know, I can't do a great big garden anymore, you know, and get out there and work it. But wow, I used to. Did all the canning of everything that would come off of it. A lot of work, but I'm going to tell you what, it's so worth it. So worth it. But listen, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I don't want to stay on here much longer because I'm going to rest a little bit and just kind of chill out. So I'm going to let everybody go. I appreciate all of you coming in here. And I will keep you posted on the new time and new date, if that's the date I go with. So stay tuned for that. And Becky, you have a safe trip, and I hope the convention is awesome, and I hope you find some goodies along the way. I'm assuming we'll see you Tuesday night on the road. I think that's what you told us. If not, then whenever we see you. Yes, I will. You too, Mama Maria. Good luck tomorrow getting your house signed out, or closed out, I should say. And Sandy, Linda, Sherry, I don't want to forget anybody. Geneva. Oh, goodness. Bonnie. Everybody have a good night. I just want to try to make sure I mention. And Edward, if you're still here, Edward. And Mr. Jeff. And that's it. And Becky, of course. All right. Y'all take care and have a good night and have a wonderful week. I'll see y'all soon. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.